What's up, class? My name's Leo Perez. I'm from St. Bernard Parish, Louisiana, just outside of New Orleans. Prior to attending Full Sail in order to become a video game designer, I had actually attended culinary school, and today we'll be teaching you how to make a savory king cake. Now, a king cake is a tradition in New Orleans right around Mardi Gras time, and you'll start seeing them right around January 6th, and you'll stop seeing them around Fat Tuesday, which is Mardi Gras Day for us. Now, the king cake has many other traditions that go along with it, such as a baby being placed inside of the king cake, and whoever gets that slice has certain responsibilities. Now, king cake conceptually is basically a cinnamon roll in the shape of a ring with icing and sugar and all that kind of stuff on top of it. But some of them have filling, some don't, usually some kind of jelly or jam or something like that. Now, my king cake today, it's a meatball marinara king cake. Now, that's why it's a savory king cake and not sweet one, because this is essentially dinner. So I'm basically going to make you a meatball sub today with the look of a king cake. Now, here's a list of ingredients you're going to need. Generally, normal ingredients, nothing too out there. Some ground beef, Italian sausage, marinara sauce, cheeses, pretty easy stuff to get your hands on. And the first step, though, is we're going to make the meatballs. So here's the equipment that you're going to need for the whole thing. Baking pan, bowl, several bowls. You're going to use the large bowl first, though, and all of the ingredients for the meatballs are going to be placed in it. Here is your list for your meatballs. You're going to take this list of ingredients, put it in the bowl, and you're going to take your hands, yes, your hands, and mix it all together. Go ahead and crack that egg in there, give it nice sloppy, and as you're mixing it, once you finally get it to where you think it's properly mixed, you're either going to take a scoop or your hands. You're going to start kind of pressing it together, or the scoop, much easier, it's already going to be made, into little balls. Once you make these little balls, you're going to go ahead and then place them on a pan so you can bake them. Now, you're probably going to have extra. The recipe is not specific for the king cake. So some options that you can do: you can make another king cake, you can freeze them, you can make a meatball sub, some spaghetti, or you can eat them straight out the marinara sauce, some Italian meatballs. Delicious just like that. It doesn't really need anything else, in my personal opinion. But anyway, go ahead and bake the meatballs for about 25 minutes at about 350 degrees. It's going to be a nice brown. Smells great whenever it's coming out, I can promise you. But go ahead and make sure you have a little bit of space. I'm going to say about a ½ inch at least between each meatball so they don't cook together and get stuck together. Once they're cooked, you're going to go ahead and place all of this in a pot and pick whatever type of marinara sauce you want. You can make it yourself. Go get some ragu or anything. Prego, just whatever your favorite is. Go ahead and dump all of this into a pot and simmer it. Now your dough. All you're going to need is some Pillsbury crescent rolls. Nice flaky dough. Works perfectly. And you're going to separate them out into their individual crescent rolls, but don't roll them into crescent rolls. Instead, you're going to place the thick side in a circle with them slightly overlapping. Once you have your circle made, go ahead and take a spoon or a ladle, lay your meatballs all the way around it on that inside part of the ring, and then fold the tip over the meatball so it covers it entirely. It's not going to cover it entirely, though, so you're going to take your leftover dough, go ahead and cut it in half from tip to base, and you're going to lay it the opposite direction. Make sure you cover all of those gaps. Small ones are okay, because whenever it cooks, the dough is going to expand, and they'll seal themselves. You just don't want any big gaps, because then you're going to have marinara sauce getting out. You don't want that. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. Hopefully. Yes, it takes some time sometimes. You might mess up once or twice. But this is your ultimate goal. Now, after this, you're just going to go ahead and take some your marinara sauce and just spread it right around the top ring. Now, this is going to give you that extra taste of it. That way it's not completely hidden through the meatball and the bread and the cheese that you're going to put on there. You're going to put as much as you want. Personally, I don't like too much. And then you're going to take some mozzarella cheese squares. Go ahead and cut them in half where you got some nice little rectangles. And you're going to lay them over all of the mozzarella sauce, not marinara sauce, sorry about that. And just kind of cover it up. That way whenever it melts, it'll look like that white icing you saw from the picture before. Now, coloring cheese. No, obviously you do it with food coloring. I said it earlier. With my ingredients you were going to need. Purple, red and blue. Different amounts are going to take different amounts. Yellow, I sometimes put a little bit of red in there to darken it, but that's going to be up to you. And all that is the Parmesan cheese. Now, whenever you put your mozzarella cheese on it, you're going to put it in the oven. That way it melts the cheese. And then whenever it comes out and it's nice and melted, just go ahead and rub that Parmesan cheese and that parsley on top. And here's your finished product.